I dipped the quill-tipped pen into the ink and then allowed the excess to drain back into the bottle. Moving the loaded pen back over my artwork, I resumed the creative task I was ideally suited for. Sitting in a quiet motel room in the Catskills, I was busy creating something that had never been done before. A plan book to visually explain how to arrange the components of the circus in a variety of situations, the only way illustration was done back in 1977, by hand, on paper, with India ink. My focus was interrupted by the buzzing sound of a fly. I looked up to see him repeatedly hitting against the window. I was at a low point in my life, having wrecked my truck the previous year, rendering me useless to any circus. As a circus performer, with a Liberty Act and a dancing horse, but without a truck, my options were sparse. A friend had told me about a job in advance of the largest big top circus in America, laying out the lot or calculating the best way to place the components of the big tenter into the available space. Although having the imaginative, visually tactile mind ideally suited for this job, I was much too creative to remain interested in this job for very long. But in exchange for being employed, I applied the values learned as a boy. I had been taught the formula for success: constant production, fierce determination, and consistency of effort. I was about to be introduced to the folly of these beliefs by a fly who continued to use a single strategy for getting through a window. I smiled, noting that the door of my room was open just a few feet away from where he continued his mission of repeatedly hitting against the glass of the window. As I considered the fly on his futile mission, I realized he would soon die of exhaustion because of his determination and consistent effort to succeed. If only he would pause to consider another formula. That was when I had my epiphany. I saw the uselessness of his plan. He was never going to crash through the glass. Determination was going to kill him. But I too operated with a futile formula for success. I had to rethink my strategy, what I believe, the messages I had been given, and become open to considering a possibility that I didn't yet know about. I managed to capture my little muse under a paper cup and took him outside. As he flew away, I realized that the predictable decisions I made were perhaps interfering with my ability to make giant leaps. In that instant, I knew what to discard, but I didn't yet know exactly what to replace it with. But by being open, I had arrived at the beginning of developing a new paradigm for responding to life as it occurs. Once my pen and ink project were complete, I bid adieu to the circus and headed toward the next chapter of my life filled with a new zeal. I was eager, and thanks to a little fly, open to rethink how I sense, believe, reflect, and uncover new possibilities that would take me further into the mysteries of the unknown that lay ahead.